Well, good morning. I'm joined here by Ryan with William Joseph Communications. We're talking all about the conversation, customer service, and social media. Obviously, we know social media plays a big role, but what exactly are you talking about when you say the conversation, Ryan?
Right. Well, back in the day, we remember when we'd go into a store, how important it was to have a great customer service experience. And it was a dialogue between you and the sales associates. Well, what we find today with social media is the dialogue has opened up to the public, and you now not only have the opportunity to communicate with brands, but you have the opportunity for brands to communicate with you.
And that's all online now, so that's a shift with our technology, and there are some ways to join the conversation the right way. So we'll pull those points up and take a look, but the first one is just being visual.
Yeah, absolutely. So social media gives you the opportunity to showcase your products and services in a very visual format. What do they say? A picture's worth 1,000 words, a video's worth 1,000 pictures. So when
that's
you do there you go. So when you do tell your story, be sure to use a lot of pictures to help articulate what it is that you do.
Okay, and number two, be topical and responsive to trending topics. So how do they achieve that?
Right, so what you want to do is when you're talking with your customers online, you want to make sure that you're relevant. So if there is something that's trending in the news and you can make a comment about it, it doesn't feel too pre-recorded or too pre-scripted. It gives that human element to your brand.
Always important, and problems are public, not private. That's different.
Yes, absolutely. So how many times have you seen somebody, a store, post a comment and then customers jump on the bandwagon about, maybe a negative experience that they've had? So where in the old days you could have a quiet conversation in the corner and sort that out, now the problems are very public.
And it seems like they solve them so much faster because of this. I actually really like that. Number four here, don't block them, answer them.
So if you do have a complaint on social media, the worst thing to do is just hit delete. Because that would be like we're in a store together and you have a problem and I just walk away. That wouldn't work. So you can't do that online either.
And I've seen that quite a bit online. They say, I'm sorry, contact us. And I really appreciate that response as well. And number five here, you want to target, who are the tastemakers?
Yeah, so tastemakers are individuals that have a large following. So you want to make sure that you get your message in front of people of influence who will then take your message and share it to a larger group of audience.
Okay, makes sense. We got some tastemakers here in Saskatoon. I know them pretty well. And number six, last but not least, do not broadcast. What does this mean?
Right, so the thing is there's so many different social media outlets today, right? So you have everything from Snapchat to Facebook to Twitter to right across the board. So don't take one message and blanket everything. There's different ways of telling your message depending on the outlets that you're using.
I've heard that before. Make sure you use the outlets to their full capacity and be unique from each message. Very, very cool.
Yes.
And we do some examples of companies that they're doing it right.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's pull up the first one here. So JetBlue is awesome when it comes to social media. They take their customer concerns very, very serious, but they're kind of a little bit more playful with themselves. So this is a great example to show you how they're having a little bit of fun with their own brand and talking with their customers.
I like it. Hashtag Seat Wars. And moving on over, PlayStation, speaking of wars, I know I played a lot of this growing up. How do they do it right as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, if there's customer complaints, they're very front and foremost to answer them on social media. They take their followers' input very seriously. They even build them into ads and share that type of information. So very, very engaging with their audiences.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me this morning, Ryan. That's the conversation. Make it important. Keep it open between that social media and that customer service. Thanks.
Thank you.